Hello, Steve White, Trekway89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, not a lot of Star Trek news at the moment. That's basically because with the whole shake-up at Paramount, with the whole Skydance Paramount deal, they basically fired everyone in the publicity department. And it's not that they were targeting the publicity department. They've basically just fired everyone because they're basically bringing new people, reshuffling, and the whole studio is going to be a far more streamlined, more productive, money-making venture when they're done, apparently. So it seems as though a lot of the Star Trek actors are doing their own publicity at the moment for themselves and on behalf of Star Trek. So you see a lot of random stuff lately, people appearing on game shows and doing podcasts and stuff like that, and that's okay. I mean, there's not a lot happening at the moment with Star Trek. We've got Lower Decks coming up, and they've got Lower Decks Season 4 being on Pluto and YouTube to promote Season 5, which is going to be up soon, and then we're going to get the third season of Strange New Worlds because they have filmed it. There are rumours either way about Starfleet Academy. Some people are saying it's been paused. Other people are saying it's going ahead. There are people saying that the whole Riser half-hour sitcom reality show, half-hour comedy thing isn't happening. Others are saying it's going ahead. It's unclear. There's rumours either way, but there's not a lot of actual news at the moment. So what we're seeing is a bunch of random stories, but we're also seeing some of the Star Trek actors getting political, which they wouldn't normally do, I think, because they would have been advised not to by Paramount. But that's my take on that. As we approach the election, some people are getting very political and supporting Kamala Harris. That's fine. A lot of Star Trek actors are very progressive people. They're naturally left-leaning. They're the sort of people who are attracted to Star Trek. And once you get into Star Trek, that's sort of what you sort of start to learn about, and as you become more informed because you're working on issues and dealing with subject matter through sci-fi, you just become more educated, more aware, and it just sort of happens. A lot of the Star Trek actors become more political, and you go to conventions, you talk about issues, it just sort of happens. So it's not a surprise, and it's really unavoidable because the way the current state of America is, and popular culture, and Western culture in general, is you have to pick a side. You can't be neutral anymore. If you are shown to be supporting one side, the other side will attack you, or cancel you, and if you don't actually take a side, you kind of lose, because the people who are on the other side will cancel you. People on the side that you're seen to be promoting won't support you unless you're actually promoting them. So you have to pick a side, and you automatically lose half the audience, but you get the other half. So if you come out as being progressive and supporting, the left, the right will demonize you, but the left will support you. If you come out supporting, the maggots and so forth, you will be cancelled by all the progressive people and left-wing people, but the maggots will support you. If you don't pick an actual side, you can get both sides demonizing you for apparently not supporting them, or just ignoring you. So either way, you don't win. You have to pick a side, and that's just the way things are at the moment. And we're seeing some actors doing that. Others are trying to stay non-political. There's actually a campaign called Trek the Vote for Fair Elections, which has Robert Duncan McNeil, Tim Russ, the Doctor. It's got a few people promoting it, and that's not about promoting voting either way. It's just promoting voting in general. So some people are trying to stay in the middle, and that at least is a fair way to promote the election, just to promote just vote. Not telling you who to vote for, just telling you to vote, because it matters. And some people are doing that. So that's kind of interesting. I've just noticed a bunch of random Star Trek promotion, and Star Trek Day being cancelled, and just you can see the difference between a proper publicity department at Paramount pushing Star Trek, and just the actors going out on their own and doing stuff. But I don't mind actors taking a political side, because most of the Star Trek actors take the right side. We hear a few that don't, though. It's unclear, but there's a lot of talk about Chakotay being problematic. I don't know what he said, because I don't pay attention to him, because I never liked him. But I mean, we could end up with the odd Dean Cain or Kevin Sorbo if we were unfortunate enough. But for the most part, Star Trek actors lean left and, haven't embarrassed us too much. I'm just trying to think. We don't really have any Gina Carano's yet, but it'll happen eventually. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the whole Star Trek publicity at the moment, Star Trek news at the moment, Star Trek actors getting political, the whole political thing as we ramp up to the election. We're going to see a lot of talk in the next month or so, and there will be consequences because depending on which side wins, the other side's going to be absolutely vilified, and if one side gets in, some people might end up being in real danger because that's what happens with fascist regimes. But we'll see. It's going to be very interesting. I'm going to go.